From trendy music to equally unique concepts with every comeback, Red Velvet has undoubtedly secured its place as one of the greatest girl groups of all time. Yet, despite their immense success and talent, fans have repeatedly expressed concern and called attention to the mistreatment these girls have been going through under SM Entertainment. Let's begin with their debut and how SM clearly mishandled the entire situation from the very start. Red Velvet officially debuted on August 1st, 2014 with their single Happiness, featuring the initial four-member lineup of Irene, Sulgi, Wendy, and Joy. However, their debut was announced only 2 days earlier on July 28th, which caught many by surprise. This rushed announcement didn't sit well with fans, especially considering that proper promotions for a debut usually involve months of anticipation, teasers, and build-up. Furthermore, in their debut music video for Happiness, netizens discovered controversial imagery referencing past tragic events in the US and Hiroshima. SM Entertainment quickly issued a statement claiming the inclusion was unintentional and re-uploaded the edited video, losing 2 million views in the process. Fans were already disappointed by the lack of preparation and the sudden nature of the reveal, and Red Velvet hadn't even debuted completely yet. Before their debut, Red Velvet was hit with yet another controversy. This time, it revolved around their group name, which became a point of trouble because another indie band had already been using the name Red Velvet before SM's formation of the girl group. This indie band has been active since 2013 and released a digital single that appeared on various search engines and music websites. They were also actively working to build recognition, performing live, especially in Hongdae. The problems arose when a member of the indie group took to an online community to voice concerns, explaining that SM's decision to adopt the same name could create difficulties for their relatively unknown group in continuing their promotions. The members shared that they had grown attached to the name and wished to continue using it in their future endeavors. While the indie band had not registered a trademark for the name, it was generally regarded as a courtesy in the music industry to avoid using the same name, particularly when another group had already been established under it. As a result, SM faced backlash from not only netizens who sympathized with the indie band's situation, but also pre-debut Red Velvet fans who criticized them for not discussing with the band beforehand. In response to the criticism, SM later apologized in a meeting with the indie group, clarifying that they had no legal right to prevent the band from continuing to use the name Red Velvet, and that's how the girl group got to keep the name. Moving forward, Red Velvet not only delivered an outstanding debut, but also managed to achieve success quickly. However, this success was soon overshadowed by a wave of hate directed at Yeri, the fifth member who was introduced later in March 2015 following the release of their first extended play, Ice Cream Cake, which went on to become a chart-topping success. This abrupt change in lineup further raised questions about SM's planning and management of the group. Born in 1999, Yeri is the youngest member of Red Velvet, and when she first debuted, she faced harsh criticism for being seen as out of place compared to the other members. Netizens developed a strong prejudice against her, calling her less attractive and less talented in areas like singing, dancing, rapping, and visuals, at least compared to the other members. One fan pointed out that in the past, Red Velvet was widely recognized as a rookie group with the rare ability to perform live vocals exceptionally well. However, this reputation seems to have been overshadowed by the addition of the new maknae, Yeri. The netizen continued, "According to her, she trained for 5 years, however, I even find it hard to listen to the few seconds she sings." Despite Yeri excelling on variety shows with her sharp wit and humor, she was labeled as disrespectful and abrasive by netizens. The criticism intensified when rumors spread that she came from a wealthy family, with allegations that her parents were shareholders in SM Entertainment. Throughout her career, Yeri has also been denied the same opportunities given to the other members of Red Velvet. She has openly shared how the constant hate made her afraid of cameras, a feeling she developed while still underage. Yeri has composed and written lyrics for Red Velvet, but SM's strict control over what music their artists can release has prevented her from sharing her work. On top of all of this, Yeri endured one of the most intense hate campaigns in K-pop history, being criticized for virtually everything she did, from not smiling enough to crying at a funeral, but SM's failure to protect and support her during these times is a glaring example of how the company neglected her well-being and potential time and time again. Another point of contention was that K-pop groups from the big three companies typically don't add new members after their debut. This was often viewed as something done by smaller or less established companies, where the odds of success are lower and the likelihood of member changes is higher. Furthermore, before Yeri's addition to Red Velvet, SM had faced challenges when adding new members to other groups, such as Super Junior. Kyuhyun, who joined Super Junior later, revealed that the other members were initially standoffish towards him until the group secured their first win. This situation particularly highlighted how the company failed to learn from its past mistakes, allowing Yeri to become the target of blatant hate once again. In 2018, Red Velvet made history as the first K-pop girl group to perform in North Korea, Pyongyang, as part of a historic concert with other South Korean artists. However, SM once again mishandled the situation, leading to a major controversy. Just a day before the performance, it was revealed that Joy would not be joining the group. A media outlet reported that the South Korean government was unaware of Joy's absence and that the company had only disclosed this information to the press the day before departure. The situation worsened when it was revealed that Joy had attended a Red Velvet concert in Japan and was scheduled to perform at the SM Town concert in Dubai later that same month after adjusting her drama schedule. Ultimately, Joy was unable to attend the SM Town concert in Dubai due to her drama commitments. According to event affiliates, SM had informed the government during discussions that Joy might not be able to participate in the Pyongyang performance and had received approval to send Red Velvet as a 4-member group. Despite this, both Joy and the rest of Red Velvet had to endure unnecessary difficulties because of SM's poor management and lack of proper communication. Over the years, aside from the miscommunication and mismanagement problems, one of the central points of frustration for Red Velvet's fans has been the group's lack of full albums. Despite being recognized as one of the most vocally talented girl groups, Red Velvet has only released 4 full albums despite being a group for over 10 years. The long gaps between comebacks have further fueled fan frustration, and last year, angry Red Velvet fans even organized a protest by sending trucks to SM Entertainment. Fans have consistently expressed their disappointment with the group's inconsistent and delayed comeback schedules. For example, the release of Monster by Irene and Sulgi, which was originally scheduled for June 15, 2020, was delayed by over a month, with the official release finally taking place on July 6th. The delay was so last minute that Irene and Sulgi were already live during a countdown when the announcement came that the MV would be postponed. They only found out when the video failed to go live at the scheduled time. The issues with scheduling have also impacted other releases when the Velvet album, which was supposed to drop on March 16, 2016, was postponed by a day just an hour before its release. SM Entertainment explained that the delay was made to ensure the album and music video would meet higher quality standards. These delays and last-minute changes clearly contributed to a growing frustration among fans, who feel that Red Velvet's potential is not being fully realized due to inconsistent management and poor planning. Despite their long career, Red Velvet has also not fully embraced the promotional content typical for artists today, and this is largely SM's fault. While the company is aware of the effectiveness of such strategies, it seems that Red Velvet is constantly ignored and taking full advantage of them. Their YouTube content is another area where SM has failed to capitalize. Even though Red Velvet was the first SM artist to surpass 1 billion views on their channel, the group has very little content. For fans, it's frustrating to see SM not fully push Red Velvet's global potential, especially considering their immense talent. SM's consistent failure to restock Red Velvet's albums is another significant issue. A low point occurred when the SM store told a fan they had no plans to restock the Reve Festival finale album. Similarly, after Queendom was released, the album sold out almost immediately, frustrating many fans. Fans often received links to other SM artist products when inquiring about restocks, pointing to the company's poor management. Pre-orders for albums also sold out in less than an hour, with album details frequently released just days before the official release. These delays in shipping and planning directly impacted Red Velvet's performances on music shows, and all of this comes down to SM's lack of proper management and support for the group. From scheduling problems to members being neglected and fans left waiting for updates, unfortunately, by 2025, nothing has improved. Just days before the event itself on January 6th, SM released the news that Wendy would not be attending the highly anticipated SM Town Live 2025 in Seoul due to personal reasons. However, she took to Bubble to address the situation, expressing her disappointment over the timing of the announcement. According to Wendy, she had informed the company about her decision to sit out the event over a month ago. She shared her confusion and frustration, stating that she did not understand why the news was only being shared with fans just days before the event. Wendy also took the opportunity to apologize to her fans for her absence, expressing regret for any disappointment it may cause. The delayed communication left many fans feeling upset and saddened, especially as they were only informed so close to the event. Fans voiced their sympathy for Wendy while also criticizing the company's handling of the situation. One comment said, "Thanks for posting her response. The company wants to act like their artists are pulling out last minute when they never agreed to go at all," while the other applauded Wendy for finally stepping up for herself. Similarly, Taeyeon of Girls' Generation also announced her absence from the concert, with her announcement coming in a similarly delayed fashion, revealing the company's company's lack of timely communication. These late announcements sparked widespread criticism of the company, with many fans calling the handling of the situation unprofessional and irresponsible. This has indeed led fans to question the company's commitment to both its artists and supporters, intensifying the backlash against SM Entertainment. Many now hope the company will improve its management practices to avoid similar issues in the future.